Recording in progress.
All right, guys. So whether it is the morning, afternoon, or evening, thank you guys so much for tuning in to be here. I am Peter Ohanian, Mr. Live, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about a very, very, very special opportunity that you have a chance to be part of. And some of you may already be a part of this, and that's completely okay. So some of the reason why we're here is to actually give a presentation and talk to newer people about this and possibly use this as something that you can use for people that are coming into this particular opportunity, but also to create a little bit of background as to what is going on in the world of this opportunity. So let's start with a precedence of what sometimes can happen in an opportunity. What sometimes can happen in opportunities, especially if they are innovative and especially if they are a first to market, is that there are things that they have to essentially work through in order to get to the promised land, right? So there are a number of things that need to be done in order to actually get to that point where we say, wow, this is now where it needs to be. And sometimes that takes a while. Sometimes that's not always the easiest of onboarding procedures. However, when you understand what is necessary and involved within that, you realize that the juice is worth the squeeze. So when you actually see everything that this opportunity has to offer, you will understand why it is so beneficial for you guys to really understand the full grasp of what this offers to all of you. Okay, so a little bit of background on myself if you're not aware. I've been in cryptocurrency since 2015, been through a lot of different projects. And when this was put in front of my door, I ran as fast as I could. Why? Because it is the only thing in cryptocurrency that offers a zero risk, high reward. Zero risk, high reward. And that is really, really powerful. When you understand everything that this ecosystem has to offer, you will be mind blown because one, it's never been done before. And two, everything that we're trying to bring together here is probably going to replace Telegram, is going to replace WhatsApp, and quite possibly may replace Facebook Messenger. Think about that for a second. If what I'm telling you right now has a chance to replace all of that, and you have the ability to essentially be take an ownership of this company, a stake of this company, and there is no risk to you whatsoever, would you be willing to listen? And so that's what I want to start out with. All right. So what I want to do now is I want to get into a brief presentation. I'm going to share my screen and we will go from there. All right, so why we are here today is to talk about an opportunity called punkpanda, okay? Punkpanda is a very, very, very special opportunity. Why is this a special opportunity? This is a special opportunity because what it offers you is a replacement to WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook Messenger, and many other kinds of modalities that offer that same type of service. But this one gives you an ability to actually be paid to use it. And you don't have to pay a dime to get into it. So when you think about that, imagine all of the companies of the world, like the Telegrams, the WhatsApps, the Dropboxes, all of these companies that had a tremendous amount of early users, early adopters into their platform. But imagine they paid those people to use their product. Imagine they had an ownership in their product. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about how you can get exactly that benefit for yourselves. So, introducing punkpanda, the world's first encrypted communications and crypto fantasy sports app. And we will get into the nitty-gritty of all these different things as we go through this slide presentation. So punkpanda values and vision. punkpanda incorporates personal privacy, blockchain technologies, and a reward system that allows people a powerful risk-free opportunity to change their lives and the lives of the loved ones for generations to come. An ability to participate and benefit with no risk of getting hurt, reward the community who helped the project grow, simple to participate with no new skills or behaviors. We will bring millions of new people into crypto this way. People just need a smartphone to participate, and it benefits humanity and underprivileged communities. So when we think about that, what really attracted me to this is what I always look for is what is that one crypto opportunity that is out there that is going to offer me basically and my people no risk, virtually no risk. This is no risk, but I'm thinking virtually no risk and a low bar of entry, so that not only the people in the United States, in the UK, in Australia, in many of these countries where people have a tremendous amount of money can participate, Canada, for example. But let's take these other countries like Vietnam and the Philippines and Nigeria and many, many, many other countries where it's difficult for them to create the wages that they need in order to have the correct type of lifestyle that they want to have. So what if now we could put in the power of their hands an app that they can share with people and they can make money with no risk to them out of pocket? They don't have to leave their jobs. They don't have to do anything different than what they do on a daily basis. The only difference is, instead of them communicating via WhatsApp, via Facebook Messenger or Telegram, now they will communicate via punkpanda, and they will get paid to use the app. So it's something very, very special. So as we kind of just spoke about, imagine you had a messaging app like WhatsApp or Telegram that paid you every day for using it and sharing it. Now imagine if those daily rewards represented your ownership in the success of the company. WhatsApp sold to Facebook for $19 billion. Dropbox file sharing service is valued at $10 billion. Zoom video conferencing is valued at $98 billion. Did you ever get paid for using or sharing them? In fact, it was brought to my attention by 3 separate people today that when they posted about Punk Panda, Facebook flagged them and said that your post is against our community standards. Why do you think that Facebook would flag them and tell them that that is against their community standards? Because they see Punk Panda being their competition. And quite frankly, there is no competition because Punk Panda stands alone in itself as far as what it brings to the table. So let's continue on. Messaging app security. How many times have you talked about something and then started seeing ads for it? Who else has access to your messages, conversations, and images? Is your data safe, or are you the product? So what's so great about Punk Panda is that there is no internal storage that the company holds, meaning they have no access to your personal contacts. They have no access to your photos. They have no access to anything related to you except for your phone number. That is it. In fact, if you enter the app, and let's say you had 20 chats open, and you physically hit the logout button, the next time you log into this app, all your chats would be gone. Now, why is that? Well, quite frankly, it is because they have no internal hard drive for the company. The only storage is on your phone. So if you actually physically log out, you lose all of your data in connection to your chats. Now, you don't lose your rewards in any way, shape, or form, but you would lose your chats. So be mindful of that, because that is extremely important going forward. Okay, so let's continue on. Introducing Punk Panda app, the world's first secure messaging app that pays you to use it and share it. It's totally free and rewards you with Punk Panda token 48 times a day. Well, let's kind of like just stop right there. This rewards you 48 times a day. Does WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or Telegram reward you once a day for using their service that you use every single day for free? The answer is no, and they have access to all of your personal information and data. Now, to take it a step further, Punk Panda offers a military-grade encryption protocol which protects your personal privacy and data security. The more you use it and share it, the more tokens you will earn. Now, that in itself is something enough to grab people's attention, I would think, right? But let's keep going. Oh, wait a minute. There's products. So now, Punk Panda has products. So they not just have a messaging app, but they have an ecosystem that backs up everything. So you have the Panda app, which is a secure messaging app, which we spoke about. Panda Post, which is a secure file sharing service. Panda Meet, which is a secure video conferencing service, and Panda Vault, which is a secure file storage. Now, there's more than that as we continue. Panda Play and Panda Profit. Panda Play provides the perfect play to earn opportunity for gamers, having a chance to buy, sell, and earn in-game tokens and NFTs. The global online gaming industry in 2020 was valued at $130 billion, and NFT markets exceeded $2.5 billion in the first half of 2021. Now, obviously, a year later, you know that is substantially higher. Panda Profit will allow people to tap into the DeFi boom, which grew 1,200% to $240 billion in 2021 alone. Now we think about all these different things that are out there. We think about if you're in cryptocurrency, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You think about the Axie Infinities of the world, the Illuviums of the world, all of these play to earn games that are coming out that have gone up substantially in price, but you've had to pay into it to actually get those coins. And you were not being awarded 48 times a day. You were only being awarded just for using the game itself. And even that was a minuscule amount. But imagine this, now you're able to be rewarded 48 times a day, every 30 minutes. Think about the power of that. Think about what's going to happen when millions of people across the world start to understand how this is so game-changing. So let's continue. Introducing Panda 11. Panda 11 is the world's first crypto fantasy sports app offering players no geographic restrictions and more take-home profits. Sports fantasy is a $22 billion industry growing at 9.5% per year. Play to earn are considered games of skill, which allow users to make money legally right from their PC or mobile phone. So let me give you an example. A very clear example is the world of DraftKings. So if we take the world of DraftKings or Caesars or any one of those fiat sports fantasy apps, we have to understand that there are fees that those sports fantasy apps take. So if we take something like DraftKings, they're taking anywhere between 20 to 25% profits for the company. So they'll take a cut of what you actually make. And then on top of that, they're going to say to you, oh, sorry, but we also have to hit you with about a 35% tax. So let's say that person takes home $1,000 in cash, but they're hit with a 25% fee and then a 35% tax on top of that. So their take home, let's just say round number, is $500. That's tough to swallow. Now, let's take the same example and use Panda 11, which is a crypto sports fantasy app that pays you in a native token that has a growing ecosystem that will substantiate well over 1 million people using their app in the next couple months. Let's take that as an example. Now let's cut the fee from 25% to 15%. And because it is crypto, let's take tax out of the whole equation. So that same particular person who was taking home $1,000 in fiat is now taking home $850 in an appreciating token that will be launching at $1.50 a token within the next month. Just think about how mind-blowing that's going to be. And when you actually have a tremendous amount of people that are in the fiat world, that are in the sports fantasy world, understand that, whoa, I can save almost 40 to 50% and take home more with this than I can with a fiat app. What do you think's going to happen? That's really all I have to say about that. What do you think is going to happen? There is going to be a substantial amount of people that will essentially be going in and coming here, and they'll be switching modalities of their thinking, even if they're not in crypto. They'll say, well, look, I can actually get more value here with an appreciating token, because let's just face it, as we all know, the US dollar is a depreciating value over time. And the only thing that holds it is inflation and the ability for people to actually adopt and use it. Otherwise, it would be worth nothing, right? So when you understand that, what allows a token to have long-term significance and value, that is the ability for utility to exist. And that is exactly what this offers. So when you look here at the punkpanda big data value, you have the valuation of 18 billion or more within 4 years. They had that with Zoom, with Viber, with Dropbox, and WhatsApp. 1 million registrations within a year. You had that with Zoom, Viber, Dropbox, WhatsApp. Free service with a small percent paying for service, Zoom, Viber, Dropbox, and WhatsApp. Then you had customers given shares for using and sharing services. Nope. None of those four. But punkpanda is providing that. Now their target is $50 billion to sell that for. Now that's going to take some time to get to that point. But here's what I always say. What I always say is you can take the road right or you can take the road left. The road left is going to be filled with trials and tribulations. It's going to be filled with disappointments. It's going to be filled with things that are going to make you uneasy. But at the end of that road is a pot of gold. Now, the road to the right is going to bring you immediate gratification. It's going to bring you immediate satisfaction. It's going to bring you immediate wealth. It's going to bring you immediate ability to do whatever you want. But at the end of the road, if things are not done correctly, that all goes away. So when you think about that, which road do you want to take? Let's continue. How do you earn punkpanda tokens? Well, my friends, that is extremely simple. It is a DAO controlling a smart contract minting new tokens every 30 minutes. You use the app, you share the app, and you stake the tokens. It's literally that easy. Their motto is use it, share it, own it, because that's exactly what you're doing. So punkpanda tokens. Now, If you're new, and this is the first time that you're ever hearing this presentation, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if this is the first time that you're ever hearing this presentation. Okay, so we got a couple that are new here. Fantastic. Now, understanding what we just went through before seeing this slide right here, what did you think that the maximum token supply of punkpanda tokens would be? Let me see it in the chat. What did you think was the maximum supply of punkpanda tokens before seeing this slide? I'm curious. Because while you're thinking about that, when I first saw this, I said, well, they're giving away tokens for free. It has to be into the billions. There's no other way it could be any less than that. Then I started reading the white paper and understanding everything that was attached to it. And then I saw that the maximum supply was 275 million. And I said, that is just staggering. So we started this whole thing a number of months ago in pre-sale at 10 cents a token. Now, when I got into this, I was fortunate enough to get into this at 28 cents a token, which I consider myself lucky. Okay, now that part is optional. You don't have to buy the token. It's about almost $1.20 right now. You don't have to buy the token. You can just use the app, share it, and be able to benefit from that side of it. But if you like staking, it's a very good idea. So right now, we are at the stage of just about $1.20 a token. We'll be listing at $1.50 a token, okay? And it's quite a simple model. You earn via proof of stake and proof of Panda Pals. And this requires little to no energy for minting. The supply schedule is to be minted over 15 years. And the way it is distributed to you on the app itself is through something called an X factor. An X factor means, let's say I have a substantial team, but let's say someone else has a team of 300. That team of 300, all 300 of them are more active than my larger team, as an example. Those particular people would be given more punkpanda tokens during that duration of 30 minutes than my team, because you are rewarded for using the app more. And so are the people within your organization, right? So this is really important. So it's a fantastic thing to download the app. It's a fantastic thing to look at the app and get to know it better. But the real big way of getting your capability of rewards is using it like you would on a daily basis through WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. Because that's what is going to give you the most maximum gains, okay? Now, when you think about a supply schedule being minted over 15 years with an ecosystem like we have spoken about today, this token is going to be worth substantially more than $1.50 over the next number of years. Because it has also a halving schedule at year 2, 4, and 8. That means that the rewards, they get cut in half at those periods of time. And so this is what demonstrates that. So right now it's 2,100 tokens every 30 minutes. So 2 years later, that's going to be 1050. And then in 4 years total, 525, 8 years, 112. But at that point in time, when the token is 112 tokens that are being distributed, now that value of that token is going to be worth so much more, but you're still going to be getting all these tokens for free. Like, I don't like to use the word free because people think it's a very liberal word and it means that there's no work required. Well, technically, yes, there is no work required. But if you want to make this a life-changing opportunity for yourselves, like I have, then yes, there is work required. There's no way around it. You must put in the work to get back what you want or deserve. If you put in a minimal amount of work into a free opportunity, what do you think you're going to get as a result? Minimal tokens. If you put in as much effort as you possibly can, you share it with as many people as you possibly can, you develop a large organization, and you put in all that time, and time is money, you're going to be rewarded with a much larger amount of tokens. So this is really important so you understand. So this is the token allocation, 275 million pre-minted tokens, or 65 million in 15 years, 210 million tokens are being paid out in the smart contract. Super simple to understand. Founders and team, 32 million, founding contributors, 8 million. Now you have to also understand that there's a vesting schedule for this whole thing. That means that any given person cannot just sell all their tokens. They have to sell in increments over a period of 17 months. And all of this is described in the white paper for you to review on punkpandafarm.com. If you just literally click on white paper and go through those slides, you'll see it right there. This is describing to you the ecosystem and the way everything basically works. You see, for the Panda Post, Panda Meet, Panda Vault, there are going to be free and premium versions. The free versions are, well, free. The premium versions are all going to be paid with the Punk Panda token. And in addition to that, they will be much less for you to pay. For example, the Panda Meet will be much less for you to pay than it would be to use Zoom, and it will be also fully encrypted. So that's a big bonus that you would have over Zoom. And there'll be many, many more features that will set it apart from Zoom itself. So here is the roadmap. So you look at basically where we are right now. We are at Q2 2022, Punk Panda token listing at $1.50. So we're in the initial stages of Panda 11, where people can basically play with the demo. They can see what Panda 11 is like, and start to really understand how this is going to change the world as only part of the ecosystem that it provides. So the listing is the next thing that is going to be coming out. There is an aggressive marketing strategy that is being put into place. And I really think it's important that you guys really grasp everything that punkpanda offers, because quite frankly, it is the best opportunity that I have